Hi everyone, Virginia Kelly here, astrologer and holistic healer, reporting on this week astro highlights, which are many, so I touch on them briefly before going to the biggie that is the full moon in Aquarius. As of the 22nd, we stepped into Leo season where the sun rules, so it's dignified, and the sun rules our heart and Leo our joy. So this is a time to follow our heart because it will pay off. Now, it's sort of a small window in the big astrodynamics because the south node will move into Leo by the 27th, diminishing this momentum. So on the 23rd, we had Mercury stationing direct, so this is going to help with interactions and smooth communications, transactions, you name it. Now on the 24th, as I'm recording this, Mercury sextiles Venus, the planet of love and harmony, and this is an aspect that lasts a few days and is a beautiful window for conversation, reconnecting, for saying the things that you've been holding back. So we have to speak from our hearts. Also, financially, this can open doors too. So anywhere from pleasant company, smoothing negotiation, projects, art, business, etc. So if there's a message you need to send, this is your window. Now, on the 25th, Neptune, the higher octave of Venus, sextiles Pluto, the Lord of Transformation and higher octave of Mars. Now, because these are outer planets, it affects more the collective. This is the kind of aspects that touches millions of people at the same time, and yet it asks something very specific of each of us individually, and is to find our gift, our spiritual gift, and by all means use it. Neptune is sharpening our intuition, so it makes it feel like it's channel rather than earn. For some, this is going to feel like an awakening and a rebirth. Now, along the other personal configurations mentioned before, it adds fuel to our fires where we get to embrace our spiritual power and take it to the next level, creating ripples effect through the collective. So all of this is very positive and it opens up opportunities. But on the 26th, Saturn stations retrograde in Aries. And Saturn is giving us a second chance to restructure that which no longer sustained what we want to build. New projects might slow down here, not as an obstacle, but to build better foundations before building higher. So take it as a permission to plan your next step with care rather than with speed. Saturn is the lord of limitation and karma, which is at fall in Aries. So when a malefic is unhappy, it can be a little bit more challenging. And now going backwards, we might feel like the result of our past actions more intensely. Plus, it's an odd aspects with the notes of fate, so we can reap what we sow for better or for worse. So if power was misused, this same current has a way of asking for an accounting, not so much as a punishment, but more of a cosmic rebalancing. So if what you manifested doesn't feel in alignment anymore, this is a time to do some damage control and course correct for a different outcome. On the 27th, we have three things happen. The sun opposes Pluto, which can stir up power struggles, stubbornness, and that itch to control what it can't be controlled. But it also hands you a gift, a real clarity about where your own hidden power lies that is being sitting dormant. But the sun trines Neptune, softening this with empathy and faith, and this is a wonderful energy for anything creative or spiritual. And the sun also trines Uranus in Gemini, which is electric, where we can break free from a routine and see our life from a different angle and be a little bit more magnetic. So these are great days for media, for the internet, for anything that you need to express differently. And by the 29th, Venus in Virgo squares Mars in Gemini. And this one runs a little hot, from passion and desire to a restless need to act, friction with partners, and a shorter fuse. Now, money might move quickly too, so be aware of impulse spending. And the Sun conjuncts Jupiter in Leo on the same day, bringing luck, expansion, vitality, generosity, opportunities. It almost feels like too good to be true, because the great benefic expand in this energy of exaltation where we can feel on top of the world. But it coincides with a very powerful full moon in Aquarius where opposites are at play. The moon is conjunct Pluto opposite Sun Jupiter, and it trines Uranus and sextiles Neptune. So it's lit from every angle. And the moon activates the deep Jupiter Pluto opposition between the powerful and the ordinary, between the all institutions and the collective. So secrets that have been building since the Jupiter Pluto conjunction in 2020 are resurfacing now because that was the seeding phase and this is the harvest. Some people position themselves correctly and they're about to get a payoff, while others might feel a financial challenge. Now, Pluto in Aquarius brings power to the collective. The moon symbolizes the population. And later in the year, Pluto will go out of bounds, which is like out of control, in its southern declination. Now, historically, when Pluto goes out of bounds, which roughly happens on and off for a decade every century, a northern declination benefits the elites, while the southern declination benefits the masses. So the Sun in Leo represents the ruling class and the elites, and it's in opposition to Pluto and the full moon in direct confrontation. Pluto rules all that is hidden, and secrets will be revealed, especially because it's in Aquarius, the sign of the collective, ruled by Uranus, the lord of surprises, and higher octave of Mercury, the planet of communication, in Gemini, exalted in the sign of news, information, documents, and files. The Sun conjunct Jupiter, the great benefic and fellow truth seeker, amplifies the Leo drama. Leo is the sign that rules kings, celebrities, but also children. So, could we hear more about the infamous files? I don't know, we'll see. Now, on a personal level, the full moon asks you to balance both your goals with your community and your tribe, so you can decide what actually deserves your energy moving forward. So you have to balance both half at once. The fire of Leo asking you to be seen, and the silver current of awakening asking you to see clearly. So let the light do its work. Now, this will affect more the fixed signs, especially Aquarians and Leos. For Aquarius, this is all about you. So it's your persona, your looks, you name it, though you might find some resistance in others. Now, for Leo, this is all about your relationships and significant others, bringing revelations to set the record straight. For the other fixed signs, this energy will square you, and this is Taurus and Scorpio. Now, this will create challenges that affects your work-life balance. For Taurus, specifically, the focus will be more on your career front and your reputation and public life. For Scorpios, the opposite. It will be focused more on the home, the family, the housing, and your private life. This energy will be the easiest for the other air signs, Gemini and Libra. For Gemini, this lands in your house of higher education, long distance travel, belief system, basically the area of expansion where the world is your oyster. And for Libra, this will fall in your house of creativity, recreation, and procreation, basically your place of fun. Now for Pisces, this will fall in your area of hidden matters, mental health, and spirituality. For Aries, this will be in your community sector, that's friend, networks, basically your tribe. For Cancer, this is in your area of shared resources and other people's money, from your spouses to inheritances, loans, taxes, you name it. For Virgo, this will be in your area of routine, work, service, and health, but also pets. And for Sagittarius, this will be in your house of communication, learning, peer, and the local environment. So for a complete picture, check your big three, your sun, moon, and rising. And if you don't know them, I made a free guide to teach you how to cast your chart to find out, and the link is below. But where I can help you the most is through a private reading or a coaching session. So follow the links. And if you want to study with me, I created a medical astrology certification course that is a two-part course covering the foundations of astrology and then how to bridge that knowledge to integrate it into a healing practice. Now, this is all priced for one and is currently on sale for a limited time. No coupon needed. And if you're into some healing, I also created an instructional guide for healing with tuning forks using the planetary frequencies of the cosmic octaves of the planets on the 7 chakras and also acupuncture points. And this is also on sale for a limited time. All links are below. Now, these videos take a lot of time to make, so please hit the like button that it only takes a second as a token of appreciation. And if this resonates with you, subscribe for updates and please let me know in the comments below how this is playing out for you. Thank you so much. Much love. See you in the next one.